Good morning. I'm Shane Downey here at the Chicago McCormick Place at the GBTA convention, coming to you live. And with me today is Ron Shah with Bizly. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You rocked it the other day on center stage.
Thank you.
And so really, really pleased about that. And I think this first thing, that question, what has evolved in the events industry over the last year?
Well, lots happened. I would say the number one thing on the minds of most travel managers, event managers, tech companies was GDPR. Mm-hmm. So private information and keeping info security clear is on everyone's minds. The big thing we see from our perspective over the last year was a big shift in the worlds of marketing teams and sales teams and HR teams looking at small meetings and simple gatherings as a key way to convert business, to improve their KPIs and get to the next level.
Right.
So what we found is, like, over the last decade in tech, there was a lot of data, there's a lot of digital, but that's getting noisy and crowded, and so people are turning to these small events to actually make a real authentic connection. Mm-hmm. And so, there's a lot of new pockets of bubbling up in the events industry.
No, that's fascinating. And, it's what you're saying is it kind of always comes back to that meeting and
Yes.
talking to them. So
That's right.
So as you're moving into that and such, you hit GDPR as a big obstacle for everybody, and it's so complex, it's so crazy, and everybody should be trying to pay attention to that as much as possible. You have that, but what are the other big challenges that travel managers are facing on managing events?
Yeah, it's great to be here at GBTA. I've talked to so many travel managers over the last few days, and what I've learned is, collaboration. Mm-hmm. Especially if travel managers want to manage more events. The need for collaboration is increased, right? Because what we find is that a lot of the needs for events are outside of your everyday internal meeting. So it might be a marketing event, a sales event, and so aligning with those stakeholders early, mm-hmm. and actually getting alignment around how do we solve your biggest problems? Right. Very early in that process. Do a taste test. Right. What actually do you need, and how can I solve your problem? That's key. The second big challenge that we find is resource constraints, mm-hmm. right? So I'm a travel manager. I'm here, for a long time to do travel. Now I'm starting to do events, and there's all this new volume emerging. Right. How do I get the resources to manage it? And what we have is these 4 takeaways for how travel managers can manage these challenges. One is to lower risk, contract risk, mm-hmm. duty of care, mm-hmm. come up with a shared services model, recover commissions, and really consolidate spend. So I think those are the big challenges that we try to solve for.
Yes, that's fantastic. Yes. I'm sure if we had more time, you could hit on about
a billion more.
More. And as you're looking at that, you're seeing those challenges, though. What do you see as the future of events and travel technology?
So what we're working on at Bizly is this concept of instant personalization.
Okay.
The idea is you click a button, mm-hmm. build a use case button. So it might be something like a team offsite, a recruiting event, a training. And that button then unlocks all the other things you need to do to get the job done. So your itinerary, your guest list, your invites, and venue options that mm-hmm. are tailored around your corporate rates, your corporate contracts, and your preferences. To do that in one click, that's our
Wow.
dream, and we think that'll be radically
that's radical.
Transformative.
That is radical. Wow, that is big team. So I'm trying to get my head around that for a second. Well, with that, Ron, again, thank you for everything that you've been doing while you've been here in Chicago and helping out with the convention and just bringing the message out there for the strategic meetings and management. It's so important.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Right. With that, thank you for joining me in the studio today. I'm Shane Downey at the GBTA Broadcast Studio. Thank you for tuning in.